Yorkie, there's no way you're about to spend 100 million on this Leeds United squad. And yeah, you'd be right. There's no way we are. We've got 45 million in the budget here for season number 2 with Leeds United. But don't worry, we've got plenty of assets to get out of the club in order to build up this budget. This is going to be a massive transfer window as we now have European football after that huge FA Cup win at the end of last season. So let's masterfully build this team with your guys' suggestions, my unbelievable ball knowledge, and prepare Leeds United to be back in European football. Now, I've already got some players leaving. We've got Alex Cairns, we've got Sam Byron leaving the club. Obviously, I'm not too stressed about any of them, but what I am stressed about is the fact that we've got Pascal Stroy with only 1 year left, and the man won't sign a new contract. We've got the usual bug. We've got the biggest bug of this year. He won't sign a new contract. He's requested to be on the transfer list, and unless I get a new kind of deal negotiating for him soon, he's a real big problem and going to be a real big loss because he was our best centre-back last season. Now, one of the plus sides here is there's going to be some players that came back from their loan deals that have 1 year on their contract that I am definitely going to try and get rid of straight away. Someone said give Schmidt a chance at the club, but it's not for me. Now, Mateo Joseph is an interesting one because there's maybe a decision to be made there, but the challenge of Dominic Calvert-Lewin hasn't worked. We're going to transfer list him and overall make some huge decisions when it comes to the transfer list. Now, you will see Tanaka. This is not my decision. I'm also not sure it's Tanaka's decision because we gave him a new contract. He wanted a new contract. We gave him a new contract, but it won't let you remove him. The game is in a really weird state because it's the greatest gameplay that we've had in a long, long time. But the bugs in career mode, it's a new introduction, right? The contract stuff. And it's just horrendous. It was just crap. It's terrible. It doesn't work. In theory, great idea. Now, some players might want to leave the club. They might come to you. You can't give them what they want. All of that, in theory, is fantastic. Delivered horrendously, though. So, we're just going to have to grin and bear it. It's just part of career mode. Hopefully, Football Manager comes out, and that's good. It's like Loco. He wants to leave as well. We give him a new contract. It's because he's homesick. I haven't put him here. I'll put the rest of the players. I'm pulling the band-aid. Hero is on the list as well. That's 2 strikers. So you already know in this transfer window, striker is important. Now, obviously, one of the 3 teams that went down was Wolves. So I'm going to be going in and looking at some of the Wolves players, along with the other relegated sides in Sunderland and Everton. And as you'll see, we've already stacked up the shortlist with players that I might potentially want from those 3 teams. First unexpected event of the season then, boys, and it's use it or lose it. Basically, they want us to spend all the money in the pot for the transfers. I will oblige. I have no issues with that. I think we need to spend it all anyway. I'll start getting bids in, but it's not really for who I wanted. It's AC Milan coming in for Lucas Perry. Now, I think we've got a little bit of pull as a football club in order to kind of keep someone like Lucas Perry happy. But I don't know, if some bigger bids come in, I think we might have to open ourselves up to the idea that Lucas Perry won't be at the club anymore. Which is sad, because he's the highest rated player by a lot. Atalanta, though, for Pascal Stroy is being negotiated. Game! Yeah, this is frustrating. We're just going to have to take this one on the chin if this deal actually gets over the line. From my experience, though, when these ongoing negotiations have happened that you can't impact, the deal doesn't normally go through. And that's what I found with the Scottish rebuild we did, which if you didn't see, go and bloody watch it, but we'll see what happens. Now, one of the defenders that we could bring in to help us replace Pascal Stroy is Jake O'Brien, who I actually really like the look of, but is now being negotiated with by Union Berlin, which is frustrating me because we don't quite have the scout report back. The other one would be Jared Branthwaite, who has had big clubs sniffing around him for a long time, but not made a move, and he's now playing championship football, which I just do not see this man playing. But maybe the Jake O'Brien deal would have been more viable. Oh, the man's a man mountain. He's like 6'6". He's insanely tall. I might put a punt in here. I might dip my toe in the pool and see if we can get anything for him. I'm just going to kind of guess with the amount of money. Now, I know what Union Berlin are paying, and I know that they're paying 15 million. Now, I would love to get him for around what we might make off Pascal. So 12 million. I'm definitely not giving you Roden. Maybe I could knock it to 13.5, and that would open the door for David Moyes. 17.3, so that's already bigger than the bid than what Union Berlin are put in. I'm actually going to walk away from this one just because I don't even know right now if we need him. It's really frustrating not knowing what's going to happen with Pascal. Well, Harry Kane was all right in Germany last season, wasn't he? 34 matches, 27 goals. Decent golden boot for them. Celtic coming in for Dominic Calvert-Lewin. Okay, that could be a good move for him. I'm going to accept that one straight up. We've got Welber here, 5.5 million for Braga. I'm going to accept that one as well. But this one for Wilfred Nonto is really stressing me out and scaring me. 15.5 million is definitely not enough. That is the first approach from Liverpool. We'll see if there's any more from them as the window goes on. Well, it might not be a permanent, but it is a loan deal. Archie Gray joins the club. This is the wrong transition. This is the wrong scene. But Archie Gray is now a Leeds United player again. Obviously on loan. Now, if this deal goes really, really well, there is no doubt in my mind we're going to make this a permanent. Eventually, we get to the Archie Gray deal. 12-month loan, 50-50 wages. Not getting the game time at Tottenham. He will get the game time here. I can guarantee you that. Now, we also have to remember the academy is starting to get filled up and stacked up. Archie Gray obviously came from the Leeds Academy, and we're starting to fill this bad boy up with some decent players. I still want to get some tighter knit on the potential of some of these players, but it won't be long before you start seeing people like Roman Sharp, Elbassar, Lewis Thomas, these kind of players coming into the first team, because we've got some ballers in our academy right now. Players galore leaving the team, though. Here goes Joe Gelhardt, along with 8 other players. We're definitely cleaning house here. And with that, it's increased our transfer budget up to 63 million. I'm all for improving the team by using academy players, but bringing in young players from other sides is important to me as well. So our first paid signing is going to be Rig from Sunderland. Been really impressed with this kid in real life, and I think I'm going to be impressed with him in this save. He's got a 5-year contract, and the deal, this is the kicker with the deal, boys, is we paid 1.5 million with Maximilian Wober going to Sunderland. I can see him fitting in there. I can see that being a deal that they want to make. So there we go. Chris Rigg is our first paid signing of the window. Why not make it a triple on the good young English players joining Leeds United? And that is exactly what we do. Someone who we have been following for a long time. I really, really wanted to get this deal done. And that, of course, is going to be Tyler Diblin. I think I might keep him at number 7 as well. I'm unsure right now on the right-hand side with Dan James. And I just think that this is the perfect deal for us to get done. 25.8 million for the 20-year-old Englishman who looks like he's got a lot of promise. Also, he didn't sign for Everton, did he, to get relegated? Now, are these signings great signings for European football? No, I am securing the future here at Leeds United and maybe not signing the players that we need so far for European football. But my biggest issue, and you might have already noticed, and been questioning, why aren't you signing any strikers, Yorkie? And this is where the problem is. I've added too bloody many to the transfer list, and I genuinely have flip-flopped and gone back and forth on who I think I'm going to sign for the entirety of this episode. I'm still flip-flopping now. I don't know if Robbie, Esposito, Beto, Strand Larsen would be great. I just can't decide. But what is decided on the striker front is that Joel Pirro will be leaving the club. I think he's been a great servant, great signing, because at the end of the day, if you bring in a striker that gets you the goals to get you out of the Championship, it is worth its weight in gold. Even if it didn't work out in the Premier League, he was fantastic. Now, he could have gone to West Ham, or he could have gone to Stade Rennais. So I am intrigued to see where Pirro decided to go. And we will actually be seeing Pirro potentially again this season as he makes the move to West Ham. And that now really, really pushes me into this striker situation. We have Lucas Mecha, top goal scorer last season for us, and Mateo Joseph, who I think I'm going to keep around just for this one season. Now, Okafor definitely could go and play up top. And I have a wealth of players who can go and play out wide. I mean, ideally, I think my start is going to be Nonto on the left, Diblin on the right, with Dan James just being this super sub. I'm not really sure the best way to solve my strike issues is by taking one of our best left wingers and turning them into a striker. Not when we're going to have a ton of games to play this season. Well, it's all well and good bringing in a lot of money from the transfers, but if the board can't handle the finances, a banking issue has blocked access to 21.5 million of your transfer budget, reducing it from 43 million to 20 million. This is that my problem is, right now, the strikers that I'm looking at, I need more than that. I need more. Is there any point selling anyone at this stage? We're still getting bids in for Stroik and for Tanaka. I genuinely don't think, with the way the bug works, that these deals can just go through. I'm on PC as well, so maybe it's about time that we start modding it. We've got a bid coming from Fulham for Perry. I'm just going to reject that. But that event right there really hindering me for this transfer window. So I don't get to keep any money. I have to spend it all. And they've basically taken away the majority of the sales then for this window. How the hell are Burnley getting this kind of money? They got 39.9 million to just throw around to try and sign our goalkeeper. But I'm being cut off at the knee, left, right, and centre with our budget. This is a good and interesting one, though. Brandon Aronson, bid from Sunderland. Now, he didn't really fit into the team last season. He didn't fit in. So I'm going to actually negotiate this one. If we keep Aronson, I'm happy for him to remain at the club. But also at the same time, I don't think we need to keep Aronson. So I'm open to, if we can get 10 million, to get 10 million, especially now that they've taken that bit of budget off of me. I'm really open to getting 10 million. Big gap. Again, I'm not unhappy about keeping Aronson. I would really like us to get the striker in as well before this Liverpool game. But 22 million? I'll basically break it down like that. I'm thinking the deal I'm going to go for is Strand Larsen. Nobody's coming in for him. And so he's actually the player I'd want to go and get. Now, with the old budget, Strand Larsen was feasible. Actually, very easy to get. Now, with the new budget and this event, I can't afford him. And that right there is my problem. Because I was basically finally decided all in on Strand Larsen. And now it's up in the air again. We're actually going to be changing up the way we play this season as well. Especially with some of the players you've been seeing me bring in. A lot of the players I'm bringing in are very competent on the football. And that is exactly what I want. We're going for a possession-based tactic this season. I'm going to change the shape of the team. I like the 4-3-3. I'm just going to change how we move the ball about. Now, obviously, it's a big stark difference from the wing play that we played last season, but I actually think it suits the team and the players we've got. We've got some great passers of the football in the center of the park. Our defenders are good passers. We've got great players on the ball now out wide. So, all in all, that's what I want to do. I toyed with the idea of going to a cam. I just think financially we can't afford to make that change yet. My starting cam would be Aronson or Rigg, and I'm not really committed to that with European football this season. Oh, this is the greatest news in the history of football! We are delighted to inform you that the aforementioned banking issue that blocked the available transfer funds has been resolved, lads. We're getting our 21.5 million back. I weren't stressed. It were you guys that were stressed about that we wouldn't have the money for a striker. Now, we're getting bids in for Ampadu, but he's going nowhere. Club captain. Absolutely love the man. Dan James, though, he was too good last season to not give him another year. He was too good last year and had too big of an impact not to give him one more season. But with the money being back in the bank and me being extremely fearful that that could change at any time soon, we've finally made the move. We've finally gone for our big signing of this window. Now, this has only really been made realistic by the fact that we got European football. Nobody else has actually sniffed around him in this window, and Wolves got relegated last season. His record for Wolves last year wasn't the greatest, but we know that this man knows where the back of the net is, especially with the correct survey. So we welcome our new number 9, Strand Larsen. He will be taking Dominic Calvert-Lewin's number, even though Calvert-Lewin didn't really make it his own. But yeah, our new number 9, the biggest signing so far of our season. He cost us £31.3 million from Wolves, but I think this one's going to pay off in the long run. It costs you a lot of money to find someone who can score goals in the Premier League, and this guy has proven that in the past, so I'm hoping he could do that again now in a Leeds shirt. And after that deal, it's going to deplete our budget to 6 million. So that's probably it for us in terms of the transfer front. But what a window. You know, bringing Archie Gray back to the club. Might be on loan, but I still think that's a banging deal. Adding English youngster Chris Rigg into the mix as well. You chuck Tyler Diblin in there. Again, 20, 19, and 20 so far in terms of the ages. And we top it off with 80 overall Jorgen Strand Larsen. Let me know down below how you rate this transfer window from me. But I've tried to keep it realistic to the game world that we're in. And I think this is a great step forward for us. Especially now we're going to have European football. It kind of gives us more bodies, more numbers in the team. But I think we've made great strides here. Now, to be fair, the window being over could all change depending if we get like a big bid. Like, I had Okafor, Tottenham there, 15 million, but it's not the top end. I'd want way more for Okafor. We paid more for it. But if the big teams come in and they come in for the right money, I'm well open. Don't speak it into existence is something I've found in life you should never really do. Don't speak it into existence. Now, although I'm not accepting of 39.9 million for Perry, I am accepting of negotiating this deal. It's Chelsea. They've got a lot of money and they tend to get what they want from clubs like us in the league. I am instantly going up to 59 million. I don't think they're going to enter this 49. Genuinely, they ain't even close, Enzo, to the amount of money I would want for Perry. And his valuation in terms of the club right now, 51. All right, he's closer. 51.1 million for Lucas Perry is, oh my God, this is, I'm going to negotiate one more time. I want to keep Perry. This is obvious. 53 million, and we would see him go. But we get lucky because Enzo thinks the deal's too high at 53 million. They might come back in for him, but I think 53 million was a fair negotiation there. We were coming down from my valuation of 60. So I'm kind of okay with that deal, not quite making it over the line. But we might have a ton of new players, but we're not going to see him in this game against Liverpool because we're going to see the old guard in this one. I've still got a lot of faith in the team that got us to where we are. These new pieces are just going to be great. Plus, this is a glorified friendly, let's be honest, in the Community Shield. So, look, they do look like they're playing a tasty team for Liverpool. But I'm not stressed about this result whatsoever. I just want to see the team do well. And us have 0 crashes. Wembley seems to be a stadium that does that for me. So, I'm hoping that's not going to happen in this one. A lot of the new boys are on the bench as well. Is it me? Or is Wembley Stadium, have they forgotten to put the lights on right now? This is very, very dark. Now, I've not played in a week because I've been super busy at work. Oh, Perry, I love you. We're still keeping him for now. I've been super busy. Are you kidding me? Okay. I've been super busy at work, so I've not played in a week. So, you know, bear with me. I might not look so good in this first game. Another big thing for me now as well is going to be, what the hell do I do about Pascal? If he's not going to be part of the team because he won't re-sign a new contract and then his contract's up next season, like, what the hell do I do with it? Lenners there, fans Bogle. Oh, Metcha, keep running. Oh, will he get there? He does. Goalkeeper's come surging out. Yeah, he tried to chip it. Maybe not the right move. Maybe not the right call. I'm just struggling with how goddamn dark the pitch is. Pascal over the... Wow, we're coming to life here. Good, man. The old guard looking good, boys. The old guard looking good. Gakpo now. You're going to want to play that crowd. Look at that for a tackle. What a tackle. Rodon showing off there. I tell you what, I'm going to have to take the glasses off, though. I can't understand why the game looks so damn dark here at Wembley. Metcha. Oh, he's found a great ball in behind. Non-Tottenham back across to Linus. Should have been greedy. Decided against it. 0-0 at half-time. Really feel like I messed up there towards... Oh, my God, it's got brighter. The pitch has got brighter. The sun's come out, boys. Thank the heavens. I think I really messed that up there. Nonto was in. I should have just gone for it with him. Gummanson. Over there to Nonto. So clearing it with Metra again. And then Nonto's been found. This time, I'm not going to do the same decision. And Wilfred and Nonto, but sit beyond the post. God damn, man. That was a big moment. Big clubs after Willie this year. You know as well, boys. Bottom left now. I know I'm trying all the camera positions. But bottom left. What do we reckon to bottom left? Maybe some changes will change our fortunes. And we can try and find a winner here. Strand Larsen on for the first time. Archie Gray back on the pitch. And I brought on Okafor as well for Nonto. Not that I don't like what I saw from Nonto, but I just thought it might make sense. And then Okafor is going to be played in by Strand Larsen. Okafor then. He won't make the same mistake. I think there was a ball on. There was a ball on to play over. That might have been a big mistake from me. Not the way against Liverpool, although they dominated the lion's share of possession. That we can be a threat. Land! Oh, I thought that was going in. We've definitely shown that we can be a big threat against them, which is what I wanted us to do, because we ended last season, you know, pretty poorly. Apart from the FA Cup and then the huge West Ham result. Oh, we ended it pretty poorly, but when you have good opportunities, Perry, my hero, you have good opportunities in your end, it's going to open you wide open from that corner, really. Nobody's got back. Both teams with great chances then, but after 90 minutes, no one can break the deadlock. I think we go straight to penalties. Yeah, we do. First penalty shootout. I'm not banging at pens, to be fair, but let's see how we do. Okafor with the first pen. Bags it. He's a big man. Mohamed Salah steps up. And he is going to go right. Oh my God, he's missed. He's pretty wide. Salah put it wide. And Larsen out. See what he can do. He bags it as well. It's 2 for Leeds. Let's see if we can make McAllister mess up here. Right, McAllister will go left. Oh my God, I went the right way. Just couldn't save it. Linus. Get that. Bins. Yeah, goalkeeper don't move. And Isaac, what you got, mate? You are going right. Oh, right down the middle. We can do that right down the middle stuff as well. Yes, Anton Stack. Just save this one, Perry. Just save this one, lad. And I'm going to go left. Oh, my God. What a penalty that is from Gakpo. Archie Gray, then. Back in the club. And giving us our first trophy of the season. Yes, he is. Archibald Gray. That is fantastic. Now, in reality, this trophy actually means nothing, if we're being honest. But it's good to win it. It's a good way to start your season. Liverpool didn't seem like it. Neither side seemed sharp in this game. Neither side could find the back of the net. But at the end of the day, it's a lottery with the penalties. And I'm going to accept my first trophy of this season. That's 2 now, then, that need sticking in the cabinet. Now, I haven't actually looked at what our start of the season looks like. Newcastle, Southampton, and West Ham. Do you know what? I didn't even look at who came up. So, Southampton came up. Sheffield United and Ipswich. So, we get the derby of the Sheffield United game. I don't know how they came up. If you look at... oh, my God. Sheffield United in real life, it's bad. But it's going to be Newcastle, then, taking a trip to Ellen Road for the first Premier League game of the season. I think this is a very, very tough start to the season by taking on Newcastle. They're a really good squad at this stage. Nonetheless, though, this will be our starting 11 for the opening game. The big one is Loco and Bijol coming into the team, and Strand Larsen getting his debut up top. I've kept Nonto and I've kept Dan James. We have to remember what we did last season. We achieved a lot with the squad that we had. I don't want to just start ripping it up and changing the team totally. Now, the Newcastle lineup, they are looking pretty tasty, if I'm being honest with you. This team worries me a little bit. Wissa is quick. Alanga is quick. Gordon is quick. That pace is going to be just so painful to deal with. The eagle-eyed people, Neuer is on the bench. All people. Unexpected, but Manuel Neuer on the bench. Now, we're sticking with possession. It's what we're trying out this season, and I'm not going to change from it yet, but in the early stages of that game against Liverpool, we didn't look good enough. We didn't settle on the ball. Hopefully, that will be different here against Newcastle. And for Gordon. Gordon pulls it back. Get into him. Perry with a big old save. That's why we can't afford for Chelsea to come in with another bid for Perry. He just saves you. They are pushing for an early goal in Newcastle. Oh, my God. Dan James loses out. Wissa ends up on it. Ball across to Tonali. Perry, big time save again. Keeping us in it so far. We're not even 10 minutes in, and Newcastle have come firing out the traps. They keep pumping the ball in towards where Dan James is. He's never going to win the header. Right, let's settle down now. So just 8 minutes in, and not pleasant. Bogle there. Finds the ball down to Dan James. Dan James looking to whip it. Strand Larsen trying to get up for that. That is going to be something we look for, those whip balls in. Now, you might notice the cursor has changed from above the head of the players. The controller decided out of nowhere that it had stopped working. Or I don't know, the game stopped registering the controller. I am still having loads and loads of issues with the game at the minute. It is, I don't know, it makes it really infuriating to play because no matter what I do in terms of giving this game time, oh my God, James, that ball to Strand Larsen is disgustingly bad. Although he's found space here. And James fires off the shot. That's a great save from Pop. That's our best move. But anyway, the game, in general, in totality, could be a PC thing. I do not know. It has still been horrendous. Oh, Wissa's ball through there was actually really good. You're not managing to block it. Well, despite the issues with the controller, that was an extremely tentative first half. I don't know what to change right now. Dan James, though, his end product, there was a ball that we could have played through to Strand Larsen that, if he nails it, I think Strand Larsen's just clear through. Don't think it's going to take me long in this second half to start thinking about changes, if I'm being honest. Pace out wide from Newcastle, man. It's causing me so many issues. You leave me alone, Alanga. We've done so well to block everything so far. That's on ball. Give me on ball on that, thank you. Made big changes now. Okafor's on. Yeah, he does. Oh, that's a great ball in already from Loco. Okafor then. Strand Larsen. Oh my God, that's lovely. Okafor, go for it. No, we're Okafor. Just wide at the post. And I can't help but feel like that should have been 1-0 Leeds United. Or Walter Mada. Found Gordon. He makes no mistake. There we go. Newcastle have the lead just when we missed a golden opportunity. Newcastle do not miss theirs. Walter Mada comes on and Gordon's pace once again carries him through. This is an extremely frustrating result right now. And Larson. He's going to find Okafor again. Okafor. Pull it back this time. That's nice. Okafor really been a problem for them since coming on the pitch. But he wasn't a problem that could find the back of the net. And we are going to lose on the opening day to Newcastle 1-0. I noticed in that last game, it just weren't working tactically. So I made some tweaks and changes, especially at the fullbacks. I had them as fullback. I forgot when changing the possession tactic that it changes all the roles again. And I thought it still had the old roles. So I've fixed it now. Hopefully we'll get better performances. Well, if there was an ideal game to bounce back in, it might just be this one. It's a trip to Southampton next for Leeds United. And a few changes to the starting 11. Noah Okafor starts today. I feel like he deserves it. And it's the return for the first time of Archie Gray. Ethan Ampadu will be playing at centre-back. Oh, that's a great ball in behind. Tyler Diblin against his old club. Why did Strand Larson stop running? Oh, go on then, Strand Larson. That's a great touch. Jacob Strand Larson for his first goal for Leeds. It's 2 at Bazanu. Way too at him. Strand Larson been played in again. This time awkward angle. This time testing Bazanu more. Freshly back to the Premier League. Doesn't look like they've made too many changes to the squad. So they themselves surely don't expect too much of a different outcome than last time. And then Strand Larson. Tanaka has found Okafor, has he? What a ball that is. Ayo Tanaka found Okafor. Surely. What a tackle from Howard Bellis. Credit where credit is due. Oh my God. What a tackle that was. It's another half of football without Leeds United being able to score. Oh, has Diblin been played in here? Oh, he's onside. Tyler Diblin against his old club. Bazanu holds it. Great save. Okafor. Get a run going. Strand Larson making a run. He is diving header. Oh my God. Man, what have they fed this guy in the locker room? He's to be tested. Oh, there's Archer. Oh my God. They've undone me. They're going to score. I can't believe we've been pulled all out of position. On the break from a corner. Southampton have the lead. Well, is it second season syndrome for Leeds United? Because let's be honest, lads. 3 or 4 chances in this game. 3 or bloody 4. It should not be this scoreline. Strand Larson from outside the box. It'll be a corner. They've brought on another defender. Makes sense. But I've just... frustration here at the minute, right? Because there's been 3 or 4 chances. We have to score. That's great from Strand Larson, but he can't get off his shot. The defender they brought on, Mateus Oliveira, did brilliantly there. They've scored another. I can't bloody believe it. 93rd minute. It should be us pushing. This is getting a little bit embarrassing for Leeds United, I would say. 2 defeats out of 2 to start the Premier League season. And we continue the start of this Premier League season how we left it off last time round. Can't help but think we just plotted our own downfall. We were the better team there. We create some great chances. And then... some sloppy mistakes at the back. And I cannot believe this, but we're going to lose 2-0 to Southampton. This is a really poor result. Was the pressure mounting already? Now, we absolutely battered West Ham last year, right at the end of the season. Or it's 6-0. God, if we could ever need that kind of same oomph, that same result in front of goal, we're going to need it. It's very, very similar to the 11 last time around because I thought we played fantastically until the last 10 minutes. So my expectations, again, in this one are more of the same. Southampton played really, really good possession football. Diblin there. Van Strand Larson, who could create space. He nearly chipped to Masson. It's an early opportunity. And that is a terrible ball out, that. Oh, Pirot against his old club. Fernandez, big save, Perry. Perry's facing a lot of shots at the start of this season. We're seeing some greatness from Perry once again. Diblin. Back across. Tanaka turns, shoots. Masson, big save. West Ham corner. It's not a bad one. It's on Stack can get there. I don't get why we don't have anyone to break on corners at the minute, although this could work. Tanaka now bringing that forward. Could have timed this perfectly. Okafor. It's been timed. Okafor lifts it. It's not a great ball, but Strand Larson will absolutely fluff it. Hey, I think we gave ourselves a bit too much to do, but... oh, I'm frustrated at the ball, but he takes it down. It's got to be on target. Diblin there finds Strand Larson, who has done absolutely brilliantly. Pulls that back into Diblin. Tyler Diblin for his first goal for Leeds United. And finally we're on the score sheet. The new boys linking up. Diblin created the ball up to Strand Larson, who took that brilliantly. And that ball back to Tyler Diblin was fantastic. And finally, we see the ball hit the back of the net for Leeds United. I don't know if they're West Ham, but this is just good from Strand Larson to pull that one back. Diblin still had a lot to do, but I'm not surprised that he finds the back of the net here. Number 7 with his first goal for Leeds. Is it that kind of moment that helped Spurs us on? As the old Pirro comes off and Gerard Bowen comes on. So a big weapon coming on now for West Ham. Out there, finds Aronson. Oh, that's actually good. Tyler Diblin now for a second. Oh, it's off the post. I wanted to sign him last year. We finally got him this year. Tyler Diblin looking pretty special as it is so far. Looking like he could be a key figure in this Leeds United team this season. They'll land there perfectly for Stack, who lofts it in. Mention's wide open. He's offside. It's a tight decision as well. Oh, no. No. Anton Stack there. Lost out. There's a good ball in. Perry's saving my bacon. It's the 93rd minute. Finally, our first win of the season then is going to come, of course, at Ellen Road against West Ham. I feel like we could have had more. It was the same with the Southampton game. We score a goal and it might have changed the scope of the game. We left it open for them and they kind of just passed us to death in the end in that game. We look really good in this one. Big player. No, Tyler Diblin. He looks like the real deal for us. The Europa League fixtures are in and I think we've got a good shout in the Europa League. You know, Victoria Pilsen, this Ep1. Nice is a big one. Also, we've got AC Milan in here. We got Brest. So those three teams are probably the most difficult. And, you know, Real Sociedad's in there. Bashashia. I just feel like, all in all, European football could go well for us. Before there is any kind of European football, we have to finish off this January transfer window. Now, I have started changing players' positions. You will have noticed we've gone to wingers. We see some overall upgrades on some of our players, but it's by the by because they still had the same attribute. But yeah, I decided to play with wingers in the end. Now, I've got some players who I'm on the fence about selling, but at this stage, I don't know who my greatest team's going to be going into the full season. Oh, wow. This could drastically change deadline day for us. Negotiate. Don't know if anyone's spotted, but this early stage of the season, there's some games there that it could have been 4 or 5-0. So Perry has stopped it being 4 or 5-0. And unless it's 55 million, yeah, a huge gap. And I'm cool with continuing to reject them unless I get the 55 million that I want for him. But I'm pretty happy this season just to keep a big squad. You know, I don't know the impact of having all the European football, or, you know, the Premier League games, everything. We've got so many games this season. So I think having such a healthy squad, plus if I get any kind of injury crisis, it's going to change everything. And luckily for me, we are going to hang on to Perry for at least the first half of this season. I'm always intrigued to look at some of the deals that have happened. And this is insane. Nuno Mendes to Athletic Bilbao. So it already doesn't fit the basket. Let's just forget about that. 123.9 million British pounds sterling for a left back. Is he a left back or a right back? But anyway, that is insane. Saliba goes to Real Madrid and then Kimmich comes into Arsenal. Savinho leaving Manchester City. He's someone I would love to use at some point on this year's game. Ferran Torres going back to Manchester City. Interesting. Lewis Hall to Barcelona. Frimpong only one season in Liverpool, going to AC Milan. Pedro Porro's gone to Bournemouth. Okay, didn't see that one come in. Timmerkin is back in European football. Solo's gone to Aston Villa. That could make them better. Colwell. There's some insane ones here. Marcus Leonardo to Brentford makes them so much. Wow, Brentford have got way better, but Bournemouth have taken it to a whole new damn level. They're doing some insane stuff. Havertz to Real Madrid. Dumfries to Dortmund. There's some... Oh, Restus is someone we were looking at, actually. We just couldn't afford him. There's some really big ones here. Endrick to PSG doesn't necessarily not make sense because he's not getting game time there at Real Madrid. Obviously, where Kylian Mbappe coming in. Brent Johnson to Sevilla, definitely a bit weirder. They are a little bit more acceptable, the transfers in this year's game. But we are seeing some of our teams here in the Premier League. Like, some of the smaller teams are going to be getting better. Some of the bigger teams, like Arsenal, gutting themselves. Thiago Santos, that is actually a really good deal for them. Anyway, boys, that's going to be it for this transfer window episode. Now, I left a little bit of time before we came back to this series because I was recording the Scottish rebuild, but also on the other side, I was hoping a couple of patches would come in and make the game a bit better. It's still like just a bit of a buggy mess. This might be one of the buggiest FCs we've had, but if you guys have played the game, what's infuriating is it's probably my favourite gameplay in an FC game, and I'll tell you when the last time I enjoyed the gameplay was. We're going to persevere. We're going to persevere for now. The team's looking really good. Let me know what you think about our transfer window. New to the channel, smash subscribe. Hit the like button. Appreciate you, boys. See you in the next one.